Alright. Let's hope this works. Yes, we are in an emulation. So basically, I've been wanting to do this for a rather long time, since I finally now have built myself a gaming computer, which I had a hard time with, simply because the motherboard is faulty and can only recognize the 2 slots from the left instead of the 2 slots from the right. Either way, I'm going to be doing this, which is, I'm just going to be talking about it rather than play anything. Basically, Phantasy Star Online Episode 3 is often looked down, simply because nobody expects to have a game that ended up being a spin-off. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Oh yeah, I had to make a character do a test. So let's go ahead and just make a new character, even though I don't think it's gonna make any difference. Yeah. Character designs, pretty much, I mean, it's funny I said character designs, the characters are pretty much the same. Yeah. Oh, funny, yeah, I guess if you would notice, they still ended up using the same artwork, although it looks a bit more cleaner, though. Speaking of artwork, the games that are created for the GameCube, and even the other games as well, they all ended up in a 4:3 ratio, so that means that, you know, it's just funny how I praise the game's artwork, which we're just going to be talking about, just cards and all that. Despite how it looks great on the CRT, it looks pretty sad seeing this on an emulation now, because it's just like, it looks pretty sad. It's like, I've been playing this game in a low resolution. It's like, yeah. Oh, well, you know, that looks like one of my characters I used to make. No, give me a good one. Yeah. Amazonian. No. I like to make little characters. Oh my god. Sure, why not? Get that Dragon Ball hair. Let's call him... I mean her. Holy cow, what's with me today? Right. Let's see. Purple now. Oh! I just realized I don't think Section ID has to do anything with this game. Let's go ahead and start. And it's just a confirmation, which I don't think it really matters. So, it's going to be a lot of cards to go through. Oh yeah, I also need to check if I even have all the characters too. But, simply put, I don't think there was a video put up on YouTube, or maybe there was, about just all the Phantasy Star Episode 3 cards, if there's any. First thing I want to talk about is, for the fact that, about the game in general. Simply put, you may be familiar with Episode 1, 2, and 4, and their later games as well. There are action RPG, third-person view games, and what I'm playing right now is a spin-off, and so because of that, it's a card game. And this is like, Yoshinaka was like, oh, let's make a card game, you know, and they were like, are you serious? Yeah. Now, I wonder how their development cycle went, and I wonder if this game was ever rushed, because the first thing is that you may obviously know that I am cheating right now. I have action replay codes on this, and because of that, one of the interesting things is that if you view the amazing opening that has the remixed music, it's actually called a remix. One of the most interesting things is that I saw, you would see a Del Saber in that opening, and guess what? You will never ever see that Del Saber at all. Or is it? Yeah, this one right here. Like, yeah. So, basically put, the artwork is not even in the game, unless it's in the game data. Yeah, it's in the game data, but you won't be able to access that through simpler means unless you know how to modify the game data. Not to mention, it is very hard, even with action replay codes, to even summon it, so it makes it just really, really difficult. I know someone who was obsessed with Nay's Claw, and he really likes to use it in action, and I've just said, man, it's not that easy. I think there are particular action replay codes that allows you to do that, only then you could finally get that done. It's only one card, though, out of the many that is just not in there. Oh yeah, demo comment, I remember that. It's frickin' a Q-tip. Yeah. That's what fun. Oh yeah. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and just check out the characters, if I can make any. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Woo! Sorry, I like this music too much. So, my God, sorry. It's just the closer I look at it, the more blurry these artworks are, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah. The issue is that I'm not really so familiar with the lore of PSO Episode 3. I kind of like how I had a hard time figuring out what was that on her left hand. Is that really her fingers and all of that? And I guess I finally find out after all these years. Oh yeah. She just has that graceful look, I love that. People mistaking her for having a huge ass when that's really her skirt. If I remember, they played this character as not super brave or robotic person. It's just like he actually has some fear in him, which is pretty interesting. Oh yeah, I remember that Prima strategy guide used the wrong pronoun on this guy, calling him a she. Yeah, and not to mention, then again, in-game, the character's joke of the gender anyway. Oh yeah, this faggot. I'm sorry. It's just, whenever you have long hair, it's just like, yeah. It's like either Sephiroth or it's just a wannabe like, hero dude. Note that he apparently has a second artwork on the card as well. Speaking of which, that also is true for Silver as well. She gets a second artwork as well. Let's see. Going back to this guy kid. Oh yeah, he's the one that really just like the dialogues is just like what he just talks in glitch and that's it. Oh yes. Oh yeah, if I remember, she keeps saying that one word, there's Nyan or whatever, as if she's a cat when she really isn't. Oh yes, which is, he certainly is a star. Now we get to the dark side, which, this edgy guy, I'm sorry, he is the definition of edgy. Throughout the story, he is played as just that sort of like super cool, like apparently they can't get enough of Sonic universe where Shadow is that sort of edgy character, and you got this guy here too. His name is Break too. I don't get that, man. Why? I mean, the names are already weird enough, but damn. And then you got this person that is truly a maid. Like, she is just loyal. Yeah. And she gets the second artwork. This guy is, yes. Yeah, I'm not, spoilers, it's like Flowen's son or some bullshit. Oh, KFC? Okay, no. Actually, why is he called KC? Now I'm very curious. Man, just look at the muscles. Look at that movement right there. Oh, God. Damn, they always... She is really played as the pesky girl. Not to mention she's rivaled with the equivalent of the same class anyway. Oh my, she is a slicer. That's broken, I think? It depends on how you use her. Oh, she moves a bit faster, though. So, yeah. Rio. I mean, why not? Eyeglasses. She doesn't like eye contacts. Oh, yes. This guy. With the most well-balanced stats and so useful. I mean, useless. Oh man, now this guy's just, he's the definition of cool. And then it's just, I don't have anything to say about her. She's super useful. HP assist, right? Yes, she just consistently heal whenever she has monsters around her. For her own monsters, though? Oh, hold on. Huh. Wow. Basically, she's annoying. Oh, this guy's special. He gets a fucking rocket launcher. Oh, right. And if you don't know how the game works, here, my mouse has decided to appear. So let's go back to here. So as you can see, this block right here, that's the character, and what it's basically pointed north for the face of the character, and she's able to attack forward with unarmed, that is. And they're all unarmed because the hero side equips the weapons, while the dark side already has a weapon on their own hand because they summon monsters. So she's able to attack quite a lot. He has a sword, so he's able to attack 3. This guy has a rifle, even though in this portrait here he has a gun. So you get the idea. Okay. So enough about that, because we have to do the biggest thing, is to go for every card unimaginable. Yeah, that's a lot of cards too. How do you get this card? Oh, well, I guess I will go ahead and discuss about that. Now, if I'm seeing that right, am I seeing that right? I don't know if you have sharp eyes, but I'm seeing a line here, but I think that's something we can ignore. Really? Everything has to be lit up? Yeah, photon technology. Am I right, guys? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes. Ooh. Donarolf Baz Saber. Yeah, DB. Durandal. I can never really pronounce any of this, so excuse me if I can't pronounce anything for that matter. Oh yeah, the magical sword, the weapon that tries to go for the opposite. Oh, and like every person who wants to create a fucking Legend of Zelda character named Link would want to get their hands on this. Oh man, I wouldn't say it's infamous, but it's just really, really powerful and hard to get. I think the likewise would be the same for this game too. But yeah, why don't I discuss about that actually, is how this game works. I think, and it really depends on the level too, so every time you win the battle you get a particular experience, and every time you lose I think you get very little of experience. And, oh look at that. And pretty much that once you're to a certain level you can get particular cards, but thanks to my experienced buddy, like, he is the definition of veteran. Oh look, this infamous weapon. This is a real infamous weapon. God damn. The whole community just talks about this weapon non-stop. And I'm not even gonna go into detail why. Oh, and this thing. The most powerful weapon. Well, powerful sword, I guess I would say. But yeah, thanks to my experienced friend, basically you just need to, once you reach to a level 100, you should be able to get every card in the game. So, but it's time consuming. I mean, for me, I'm only able to get to level 20 or 30 or 40. But that's offline though. So it's just, yeah. That's not my kind of thing. Oh yes. I like to call it the barrel roll, but it's really Barril's hands. Yes, I don't know what's with Sonic Team wanting to make such obscure weapons, such as this thing back here. Like, oh, gotta throw cooking weapons. Chakrams, those were somewhat jokes. Oh man. Oh yeah, and these are like monster parts turned into weapons. That's a thing. Yeah, here's our infamous Lavis blades. Goddamn, they're not like infamous or anything like that. Carmelian Scythe. This weird guy. Yeah. So now we're getting to the partisans, which allows you to do wide attacks. I mean, Sword does the same thing too. Oh yeah. People like to call this the Imperial Prick, just by adding the letter R, I know. Oh yeah, this one you can get from that NPC. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that must be like the special edition or something like that. Oh yeah, this one's preferred by many players. That one's only... Oh, funny, they're called castes, right? AKA robot class, or whatever you like to call them. Sure, there's races. Humans, Numans, and castes. Castes are robots. But in Episode 3, this game, they're called humanoids. I don't know why, but they are. It's just how it is. I don't understand it either. Oh, slicers. This just a nice little device that allows you to attack multiple opponents. It's hard for me to explain it, but basically you're able to throw disposable frisbees out of these things, and they just follow whatever opponent's around. Yeah. Oh yes, Rabbit. I forgot about that. Oh yes, that's preferred by players not because of how strong it is, but for how stylish it is. You'll be noticing a lot of red weapons, by the way, or not. Yes, this one, yeah, like every ninja, like character or fan, or you like throwing stars. Here you go, you got what you want. I don't know why they decided to throw a second image on the background. Lightning partisan. Yeah, same thing for this. Okay, I'm seeing the pattern here. Yeah, it's obvious that Phantasy Star was influenced from Star Wars, so it's kind of obvious why they introduced the double sabers. The Monkey King bar, that must have been that must have come from Dragon Ball, I believe. Although, don't trust me with that. Oh, yeah, that's the Q-tip weapon. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. No. Demo Comet is Q-tip style because it had just spiky balls from each end. This only has just two, like, ice pieces on each ends. Ah, there it is. The Lavis, and then blades, and then double cannons. This weapon's crazy for what it is. Ooh. Look at these claws. Yeah, there you go, another monster part. Yeah, that's the thing, is that Sonic Team likes to add some old and ancient weapons. No, this one obviously comes from Phantasy Star 4. Rika's claw, basically. She utilized a very huge claw, which is impressive. I bet this must have come from one of the original Phantasy Stars as well. Look at that. Oh man, that's Amy's toy hammer, isn't it? How do you pronounce that? Agito or Agito? Agito. I think it's Agito. And here's Sage. And then Yasha. And yeah, these two weapons have a thing in common, because you're able to combine them and turn them into double blades. Do tons of damage. Oh yeah, this one. If you like purple weapons, there's a lot of them. Okay, well, probably not. Oh yeah, and they decided to just take names from famous duelers or whatever. Duelers. I don't know if that's a word, man. Oh man, yep, there it is. Both together. Oh man, look at that. You like Sonic and Knuckles? Well, you got them both right here, folks. Oh, handgun. Oh man. They got some really cool oh my god. They really got some cool sci-fi like weapons. It's something to admire, actually. Fun fact about this one though, suppressed gun. It's especially if you have this in game, which is not so like difficult to obtain. It's rather easy to obtain. There's even a quest where you can get it along with God's hand or whatever that wand or rod or whatever. Basically, once you get your hands on this gun in episode 1, 2, or 4 or whatever, you'll realize it's just a handgun with a stick on it. Of course, in this art work, they just try to make it somewhat different, but no, it's basically a suppressor on a freaking gun. It's just, that's it. As if I expect more textures or anything like that. These are popular, aren't they? Yasmin Cove. For some reason, somebody found what Yasmin Cove come from. Oh yes, Guild. And then Milla. Basically, only male characters can equip this, only female characters can equip this. I don't know why. This one's ridiculous. Not only is it very hard to obtain, but once you do get your hands on it, you're able to just call the sucking sky. Basically, I believe this weapon is equipped with some ability to just call the satellites from the sky or some shit in the rain down. Just, I guess that's why they call it Heaven Punisher. I don't even know how it works in this game, this card game, but I'm assuming it's able to just do very large damage. Man, look at that. Okay, let's forget about that. Okay, these are some weird-ass rifles, I have to say. I like this, despite how it's not one of the strongest, but it's really good. Oh yeah, it's one of those overused weapons. It just immediately freezes the opponent. This, well, it's very useful if, you know, just kind of like that saber we passed by. This is just for the magic users. It's funny I say magic, but I meant to say tech users. Here it is. Those antique collectors will love that. Oh yeah, and this will just pierce. Another antique. Weird. Oh, right, I remember now. This just has auto-aim built in, as in auto-aim. I'm actually meant to say auto-targeting, which is good if you're just not really... Okay, it's somewhat good. Yeah, what am I saying? Oh yeah, this thing. Oh my god. Hey! Coming San Diego, whatever that game is. Man. Mech guns. Just realize they slap text on these things. or not. What the fuck is this? Oh man. You got... There's an evolution of these weapons. It's hilarious. It pretty much went all the way down to Shrunken Little Gun in Phantasy Star Universe, or I think it was actually introduced in Ambition of Illuminous, yeah, in a later update. Okay. Ooh, Justice. Look at all that. Yeah, I know, it's like we escalated to this. And it's pretty disappointing, mind you. It just shoots bullets out of its frickin' hands. Look at this. Yeah, apparently if you combine those two guns, don't worry, any gender can use this. Oh, now we get into the shotguns. And by shotguns, it's able to target to 5 enemies, but in this game, it just targeted sort of like 90 degrees. That was just a weird weapon. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. It's pointless. These two weapons, if I remember. And, oh, fuck that NPC that likes using that gun. And this, too. Okay, well, now we get into some real shit right here. Oh, yes. If you're into that, RPGs, we got you. Oh, yes, and the most overused weapon in the game for Rangers. Dark Medium. Oh, I rarely see people use that, oddly enough. Oh, well, this one's just super useful, if I remember, back in the day. Oh, yes. Look at these rods, baby. Well, sticks, whatever. Oh, well, if you're familiar with that particular community, you know that one person is very well known for equipping this. And she still uses that in this game, too. Okay. Oh, yeah, this... Oh. Yeah. I don't know how much effort they put into that eye, but that's creeping me out. Not to mention its use in the actual game. I think it was in the original version 1 or 2. Its effects were really god-awful. Oh, yeah. Broom and a fucking rabbit one. Look at all this. Look. This is some quality right here. Yeah, even better. They were all over the place when they're creating these weapons, I swear to God. You want decapitated heads? You got it, fam. Look at this. Look at this. Oh yeah, that. That one's super useful if you like using grants, if I remember. Oh yeah, and then that's what a lot of folks want to get their hands on. Oh, Dark Bridge. Huh. Okay. Psycho Wand. Oh yeah. Again, one of the most powerful weapons. Although, when I say... I need to clarify. When I say most powerful, that's pretty subjective. Unfortunately. Yeah, I know. You probably want to know what's the most powerful weapon in the game. It really just depends on how you just play. There are some ways to objectively find out what is the best, and that would just play as a fucking HuCast and just YOLO. You know? 420 Blaze It, no scope. You get the idea. With all those Doritos and Mountain Dews. Oh yes. Actually, I've never... It feels so weird to just see this in emulation. It really is. Oh god. It feels so weird. Yes. Finally, you can throw paper at your opponents. And it does tons of damage too. I don't know how. It's like they're possessed with some bullshit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have it in different colors. Don't worry. Basically, barriers are lightweight shields, and shields are just heavy stuff. So basically, I think if I remember, Force are able to equip barriers, and while Hunters and Rangers can equip shields. Merge? What? Why? What? Never mind. And this too. Why? I forgot about this. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, it's a really cool weapon. Oh yeah, remember Donaral's Baz, like saber? Well, here's his shield. And here's Floan's shield too, while you're at it. And this one. This one's a big, bulky shield, which is interesting. Oh, look. Let's give it extra attention right here. Oh yeah, mags are those little floaty guys. Basically, they help you in terms of your, you know, stats I would say. I think the same thing somewhat applies here. No, it's giving you temporary stats because it's a freaking card game. And, yeah. You know, at least you get to see it in some high-definition glorified art right here. No way. Am I looking at that right? For years? They look like shoes. Am I seeing that right? It looks like shoes. When this could have been some odd, like, wings, this looks like freaking shoes. I mean, come on, this right here. And look at the tip. Oh, maybe I'm looking at this too deep. God damn. Oh, yes. The skull. And, I know. It's like, you just read that, Soniti. Immediately you want to think of Sonic, but no. I like this one. This is one of my favorite mags. It's pretty stylish. And it gives me all invincibilities. This one's overrated or super popular. Because it's a cat. And who wants, you know, who else would like to have a cat buddy? It comes with many fantastic colors too. Yeah, those are nice wings. And of course, why not have some, like, Sonic Team can't stop having more crossovers, god fucking damn. Like, come on, this is from Choo Choo Rockets. I bet you're familiar with Choo Choo Rockets, I hope. Oh yes. Well, I mean, it is nearly Halloween, sure, why not? Oh yeah, that's some true Halloween experience right there. And, yeah, well, coming straight at you from Sonic Adventures. Oh. I just realized they used a softer artwork right there. A more gentle approach. Yes, they did. And now we get into some monsters here. So what we were looking at are weapons that the heroes can equip. Now we're looking at the dark side with the monsters that they can summon. Yeah. But it's really nice to see these artworks because we're able to see, like, from another angle. Because if you manage to get your hands on the art books, you're not getting much out of it. So it's really nice to see these, they bring these artists back again and they get to draw them. Although then again, there's some that needs to be questioned, like this one here. It looks like they just posed the model and they just got the artist to just draw over the model. Oh man. Yeah, that's a striking pose right there. That's a good pose. Oh yeah. Yeah, oh. Well, it's everybody's favorite unofficial mascot, or is it a mascot? Why not? It's just unintentional mascot of the game. That is Rag Rappies. You've probably seen way too many variations. As a matter of fact, let's see for all of those. Here's a blue one. Here's a white one. Here's the Valentine's. Here's what would have been, you know, Christmas, but why does it say Saint? I don't know. ST. Saint. Because I think of St. Patrick's, that's probably why. Yeah, it's an egg. Oh, look at it. It's so amazing. Not really. Oh, right. That's where you get that infamous weapon from. That long sword. Yeah. Look at these chimpanzees. Oh, God. It's everybody's favorite mini-bosses. Yeah. Jesus. Hollow Rappy. I don't know why they like to, you know, I guess they don't want to, I think that's why. They don't want to make it so damn obvious. It feels too generic when they call it like that. Like Halloween Rappy, Christmas Rappy. Just doesn't feel right. Oh yeah. Yes, that's right. Able to do one-hit KOs, because why not? And they fuse together! Sorry. I didn't really build that up, did I now? Yes, there are tentacle monsters, because why not? And it's liquid, too. So, all your naughty fantasies are back together again. Oh yeah, this guy. He gets bigger every time he destroys something. Oh yeah, the beach side too. And towers. Oh man. So, already we passed the native and the altered beasts, now we're at the machine side. At least they went for the effort of giving different movement animations for these machines. Rico boxes. Oh man. Oh man, of all the monsters, I always find these the coolest. Really, they are so cool to fight against. And these too, actually. I have an easy time fighting these guys. Because if you just see a hint of blue, you know where they are. If you have sharp eyes. Oh, man. I wonder if they had to get a different artist to say, hey, you know, I'm really good at drawing creatures, but I'm not really good at drawing robots. But then again, did they get someone else to do these evil-looking fuckers right here? The dark side? Yeah, they're called dark. I don't know why. They're called dark, okay? It's dark enough. Mm-hmm. I like how the background image that they use is just a hallway. Just some random hallway. Yeah, if you're curious of what these are, there's just like sentry-like opponents, and they tend to have invincibility until you find a way to destroy it. And these guys could shoot arms at you. And this guy, I like how he's just doing the turnaround pose, because by the moment you just fight them in episode 1 or 2 or 4 or whatever, I think it's just episode 1, they just go on crack mode and just immediately just shoot R's at you. But again, it's really nice to just see these again. What's this? I don't remember this. Damn, I haven't played this in a long time. Oh, this. I remember there's a glitch where if your camera is not looking at them, they can't hurt you. But good luck doing blind shots, though. And I don't even know if that glitch exists anymore. Probably it's still there. Here we go. Oh, yes. I think everybody hates these monsters. Flat out, because what they do is that they charge in out of nowhere. Okay, looks like that concludes all the monsters. Now we're getting into action cards, and this pretty much enhances or makes your attacks just go better or worse or whatever that may be. Pretty much, for example, I have a saber on my character, and I use this one right here called attack. It would just be +1. Just that's it, you know. It's pretty nifty. So what's so interesting about these action cards is that they have really, really fantastic illustrations, and it just gives a more of a dynamic or more exciting look at Phantasy Star. And I really enjoy looking at these the most, actually. Yeah. It's really wonderful, actually. I really enjoy it. Look at that. Yeah. But it's pretty obvious that they hire multiple artists for this, because you get to see really different tones of how they're drawn. And if you happen to get one of the art books for this game, you'll see a lot of unused artworks. Yeah, you could just totally tell. And I really enjoy how they even draw the characters in the non-sexual way, because, you know, that's what I really appreciate. That now, it's not like I'm anti-sex or anything, but sometimes I feel like it can weaken your game if you're just going to throw fan service. But either way, they realize that they have no choice but to throw fan service in their later games, because it's the only way to make money. You have to waste, what, like a fuck ton of money just to get your hands on a swimsuit for PSO 2, if I'm correct. Although I may be incorrect, but yeah. Just look at that. I wonder what artist did this. Yeah, it makes you question a lot. It's so hard to figure out who did what, but we're gonna come across one of the most popular ones. This one's just weird, flat out, because I don't even know what clothes she is wearing right now. It's like she's stripped of the most basic of armors. Oh man, just look at that. Madness. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is where you're able to attack front and back. Oh, that's it though. I must have forgot what that does. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you could just see completely different artworks that they do. Look at that. Gun attack. And if you're wondering what these effects are, like, it works both ways. If a monster uses gun attack, that means it works great against those who are equipped with the guns. But if you are using it on your hero and you use gun attack, you know, it will just multiply the damage. So it just works both ways. It really does. Well, I must have forgot what that does. Punch? What the fuck does that do? Oh, well. But here's the right heavy punch, though. Damn. I can't even tell who that is on the left, but hey. That, I gotta say, that's a bit violent, but don't worry. She's a humoroid. She'll get fixed up pretty soon. My god. This guy went crazy on the brushes, man. Oh, but then we get someone who likes to make clean kind of art. Oh. I'm sorry. He's got that face of, why me? How come he gets 2 candies and I don't? Oh man. Oh, look at that handbrake. Drop it. Drop the weapon. Drop it. Shock it. Oh no. Oh no. They found her. Ooh. I forgot. I always wanted to make a funny signature in the message board with this shit. It's like, and I would just have a text say, "Feel the magic. Feel the waves." This is the most ridiculous illustrations I've seen in a long time. Oh my god. Feel. Just feel it. Oh yeah. It's basically double or nothing, if I remember that's how it works on that. Oh my. They weaved this up, man. This some super anime right here. Holy camole. I like that. Damn. Whoa. I don't remember him doing like an earthquake. Come on now. Or maybe so. Yeah, he doesn't have any pupil or irises or anything like that, does he? Oh my, they made this guy too feminine. Hold on. Here he is, a Dull Saber. Let's call this bullshit, because you can't ever use him in the fucking game legitimately. Jesus. Oh, I always think of that infamous hacker just like trying his best to just demolish everything. That's the dragon, right? No, it's Nano Dragon. Yeah, that's right. Basically casts or humoroids or basically robots. They can't use magic or techs. So this is a card that enables that. But you have to link it with that. Oh, okay. So, this is the famous image. Basically, if you're familiar with the... I wouldn't say the author, but he's known for creating beautiful illustrations of Burst's Angel. And apparently he managed to just work with Sonic Team to make two works, I think. I think he only made this one right here. And you can see a hint of sexuality here. So, because that's just his signature, really. If you see the rest of his illustrations, you pretty much get the idea why. And now we're all the way back to really some dark stuff right here. Oh man, that's some really dark stuff. Snatch? Oh man, it's about to snatch. Oh, now we're back to visual novel-like art. Oops, I didn't mean to. Okay. Let's keep going forward. I have so much... There's so much to go through. I think I'm halfway. I know, so many cards, I swear to God. My God. Damn. Now, I want this as my, you know... I really do. Yeah, can I have this as a... Yeah, this looks beautiful, man. There you go. Just have that as my wallpaper. Anyway. Oh yes. Look at that. Basically, we're going through text, and it gives a very excellent illustration of how it works. Bata penetrates, you know. Gibata just able to do some spread damage 90 degrees. It's just the all-around spread damage from all around the character, though. That's just a strike. Lightning strike, that is. Literally. That, I can't even explain how it fucking works. I have to say, this illustration doesn't do much justice now that I think of it, but I don't think they have a... Nah, I think there's many creative ways to illustrate it better. Yeah. Why'd they always have to illustrate this character as some... No. It's a matter of preference. It makes sense, she has the ability to heal anyway. No, actually, now this, like the opposite. This is like excellent illustration. Grant. That is a really powerful light magic, and then you have the dark magic right here, which is more of a percentage chance that the Mega does the one-hit KO, basically, if you're able to do that. Man, why does this look like a... I don't know. What artist? This looks like some D&D campaign or some cover of a fucking video game right here. Just look at this, man. I was like the eyes that they drew. You got that. You got that, like, Western hero shit or whatever. Oh man, good luck. Everybody's gonna die now. Oh, I get it. This does everything on land, while this does everything aerial. So if you have any aerial monsters, well, you're gonna get killed. Man. This does a fantastic job of illustrating how dangerous this monster is, though. Because it is dangerous. Oh man, this friendly fire, man. You rarely see that. Oh yeah, bullshit. Sorry. That's just not fun. And this one too. Basically, it's funny how you can access to these cards. I mean, once you get your hands on these cards, because it just targets everything. Oh yeah, well, you know, this does somewhat of a good job of illustrating what the Heaven Punisher does, that gun. Pretty much, it calls from the satellites and able to shoot from the sky down to the ground. Oh yeah, well, this is the most common card you can get your hands on. Yeah, what a stylish way to dodge the beam. Although I could see nice ass, though, and tits. Yeah, I'm sorry. Even here, too. Yeah, we're getting a bit of that, aren't we? Oh, they got that artist again. This is... Sorry. Yeah, this one's a powerful card, actually. Yeah. Whoa. Why they make Lois like super adorable? I was about to say kawaii, but I don't know if I have any rights to say that. This one's interesting. That card works. How it works is pretty much if you don't want your friend to get damaged, you could receive the damage. That's if you're willing to take that chance. Oh yeah, this bullshit. Look at this Mr. Hero dude right here, and his long hair. This illustration always bothered me in terms of her eyes, because her left eye is different color, but now I'm looking at it again. Because her hair's in the way. I don't know why it bothers me from a distance. You guys can probably tell from that too. Or not. Nice to see that DB shield in action, I guess. What, did he just like deflect the fuck out of that saber? It's like, man, fuck your saber, dude. Whoa. Actually, the hell is that down here? Oh! Oh, it's just a close-up of the head. Yeah. Oh yeah, and this is one of those like, oh man, that must be a powerful card. No, it depends on the certain card set was used against it. Man. Oh man. Just look at all this wonderful stuff that we're seeing here. Oh yeah, oh. At first I never knew what the fuck he was doing, but that looks like some weird ass slicer that he was using right there. Now this is the perfect illustration of that infamous hacker who's just dying. He is just trying to keep his reputation up by just pretty much, you know, freezing everyone's game and taking down the server if he ever can, which is not possible. Well, yeah. Man. Double KO right there. Another double KO. Oh no. Just look at that. Man, it's like, I'm on crack. Can you give me some drugs? I for the life of me, because this is like seen from a CRT television, and I, for the life of me, could not tell what the fuck this illustration is. Basically, she's laying down with some destroyed corpse of the monsters. This light orb signifies that she is, she's pretty much dead. Unless somebody can revive her. But, yeah, I don't think there's such thing as revival in this game. Oh yeah, this. I like this goofy artwork, I really do. I don't know why. I know, it looks like Jigglypuffs, but it's not. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing. He's just like dancing or some shit. I shit you not. Oh, another illustration. Oh man, it's like other artists must have a hard time dealing with this simple concept of sword guard. God damn. Like, this guy got it. It's gun guard, and this is like cane guard. Yeah. Well, this one. This is an over-glorified way of explaining how it works, but okay. Now this is also over-glorified. Penetrate return. Damn. Although I really love the artwork. Really got ah! I remember this. Oh god. Damn. I want that as my avatar, that face. It's like, oh. What? God damn. Oh. Yeah, I don't even know if we're done yet. God damn. I'm almost reaching the hour mark. God damn it, man. Oh yeah, weakness. That one very skilled player would just say, just use this to own. If you want to destroy your opponent, just use this card. Oh yes! This is like... This you will never see. Ever. Oh my. Man, they're giving her the koi look, god damn. I don't even know what's going on, but he's plotting something. I don't know the definition of Gaver, but this looks like a definition of Gaver. Gaver blood, that's what it is. Done. Oh, well, you know, what a fantastic artwork of the Rappy just running away as usual. Can I go back here? What? It's just too much explosion, Michael Bay edition, goddamn. And well, you know. Well, I guess finally certain fan sites use this artwork to display, you know, the obsession of getting rare items in general. Now we're gonna get to the assist cards. This is where it, I wouldn't say change the game in its entirety, but it changes some of the parts of the rules, unless you have your own assist cards that you slap over them. If it's 1 versus 1, so one can pretty much equip it, and the opponent can equip one, so it's only one slot that you can put out until you guys have another, you know, assist card that you can slap over. Yeah. So, for example, we're looking at half dice, so this I actually used quite a lot for some stupid reason. Basically, I'm dealing with a lot of opponents that likes to use high count, or the ones that just require so much points to summon the monsters. So what I would do is that I would play low, like star, I'm just gonna say star, I know that doesn't make any sense, but low count or low star monsters or weapons, and I would use the half dice to aid me in this. So if because that's what I bump into many new players, they like to just use the strongest weapon that they have, and I would just use this, and they can't do anything. They're like, oh man, I really want to use the strong weapon, but this guy pretty much cut the dice in half. Where I would only, for me, I would always get, you know, 1, 2, or 3, and the same thing for him too. So it prevents him from doing much. Or, well, the opponent, I meant to say. This one's the most popular of them all. This one just gives you +1. So let's just say you roll to like 3. It's +1 and you get, 4, obviously. We're gonna go through these quickly because this is like the least amount of effort being put into these cards, unfortunately. Like, I shit you not, there isn't much about them. Like, literally. They do their best to make the cards stylish, I guess. I don't know what they were trying to get at with this franchise or when they were trying to release the game. Were they really trying to get a massive amount of appeal to the point of where they're actually selling actual physical cards? Because there wasn't a lot of physical cards out there anyway. I just don't really understand what they were really getting at. It's always interesting to see particular video game companies taking risk. Only then that, unfortunately, most audience, they always want to just see the same thing. But I may be incorrect because then again, there are instances where you want people to stop seeing the same IP and they want to see something new IP, something completely new. So, yeah, it's like you either get your Call of Duties and your Assassin's Creeds, or you want something new, well, too bad. But then there comes to the instances where they will use the same IP, but they want to twist it to something else. And it could either go up or down, really. Like, you want to see Assassin's Creed, but in a 2D? Well, that actually happened. Was it good? I don't know. But I can tell you for one thing that this game sucks. Well, in terms of popularity. Like, a lot of people just did not like it. They thought this was going to be another action RPG, and it's just certainly is not. And, that's... yeah, I know. You know, and no matter what, every time I just get into a particular server as an Episode 3 player, people just joke at me saying, wow, nobody plays this game, why are you playing this? Episode 3 sucks. But that's what I hate, is because most people, they tend to say it's bad, but they just never played it before. And I always like to say that it's best to try the game, you know, before you judge. You know, actually play it. Just give it a try before you jump into that conclusion. It's like saying the worst game of all time is bad, but, you know, how would you know that if you haven't played it yourself? Well, although I guess my opinion may be wrong nowadays, because with gameplay footage and now with just the ability to access YouTube, you know, that's creepy, by the way. With the access of YouTube, I guess you could actually somewhat formulate an opinion, actually. So maybe I'm wrong, after all. Maybe I am entirely wrong. Maybe people can say this game sucks. Because that's what most people do anyway. You know, and if video game reviews are not so helpful, what people like to do is just check out the gameplay footage and just watch it and see if that's their go-to. I guess I do that all the time, but then again, I rarely purchase products. I mean, rarely purchase games. Okay, so it looks like we're at the end of the assist cards, because there isn't really much. I guess we're now at the point of where it looks like there are 477 official cards, but now we're getting to number blank, because this is special. Okay. Interesting. These are some really weird weapons, I swear. Really? How do you get your hands on that? I wonder, because what you're looking at here, right? These weapons, you can either obtain them if you have a save data of other Sonic games. for example, if you have a Billy Hatcher for the GameCube save data on the memory card, and you have it in there, you will get just one of the cards. So, I guess if I had Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, I wonder what cards I get from that, but I don't think you get much. I guess there's other things that you can also get. Well, you know, Red Ring. You know, there's instances where if you collect all the cards for certain things, like items, you get this Red Ring. Then there's some really obscure event garbage that I'm looking at here. Like this magazine. That says PSO. Yeah. Dream Magazine. Really? Nah. I'm not, whatever, I'm not familiar with that. But was this really hyped? I swear to God. That sounds familiar. Wow. It's gonna be the next biggest game ever. Fucking kids. Oh, sorry. Wait, what? What? I'm trying to think. No, I own Electronic Gaming Monthly magazine when they were covering Phantasy Star Universe. I did not know they had it for episode 3. I need to get my hands on this, just see what they have to say. Even though it's outdated rubbish, nobody gives a shit. I forgot about Game Informer. What? Hello again. Hollow. Toy Rappy. That's some really weird shit. Fun fact about Del Rappy. So Del Rappy's debut is actually episode 3 for some odd reason. But you're usually more familiar with him in episode 4, where it's mostly desert, and Del Rappy happens to be a rare monster. But here's the funniest thing, is that he happens to be, you know, there's a chance you can see him in a bigger size, because there's Sand Rappies, right? But then the rare equivalent would be Del Rappy, right? And so it's possible to see a Sand Rappy double the size. Just bigger, basically. It's just bigger model. I would say it's fatter, it's just big. And so it's possible to find Del Rappy also big as well. But here's the thing, episode 3, his size is triple. He is way too fucking big. I don't know why. He's way bigger than what you would see in episode 4. God damn. I laughed my head off when I summoned him. I was like, what? Oh, now we're getting to some... yeah. This stuff. Oh! Look at that. Yeah, it totally ruins the tone. I swear, guys. These are abominations. Oh yeah, I remember getting this card legitimately. So that means I did have one of the save files. Oh yeah. Look at that adorable face. Still has that visual novel-esque, like, drawing. Oh god, nobody gives a fuck about Agito. Agito? Agito. Fucking hell, Agito. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. B+! Dice Flavor! Huh? Am I done? Am I done? I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done! Get out of here. Oh my god, look at all this shit. 508? Are you shitting me? That's a lot. Oh, man. Really? That is a lot. It only took me an hour to talk about all this. Yeah. Right. Also, I do need to talk about something here. I guess if you are going to play this game, I don't know if anybody's have any interest of playing this, you'll notice that there are rankings. And there are counts. Whenever you roll the dice, Like, let's just say you luckily roll 6, you can finally summon this monster, but sometimes you just don't get the numbers you want, so it's really difficult to have dangerous monsters such as this. This one's worst. Look at that. This one, you can't even roll 6 because you need to get the experience to then finally get 7. Just to use this monster. It's just like, really? Is it worth it? Not really. Strategically wise. But here's the thing, is that you can set up the rules where you cannot summon these, like, look at this, double S. Like, I would say they're ranked, I guess, so if you're gonna have a match where you are able to use something that's, like, not super powerful cards, there you go. You could just pretty much ban the use of the SS cards. Yeah. What else is there to talk about? I am trying to figure this out, but I think I want to conclude this because I don't know what else there is to talk about. What else have I talked to him? Okay, never mind. I think that NPC is the one that will get your extra data. Yeah, and this is the card viewer, basically. To edit your decks was obviously over here. Now, if I remember, you're able to trade within this thing. Oh, no, you just trade with these two. What the hell am I saying? Oh my god. This NPC would even say so as well. Oh, makes sense. Yeah, well, you know. I don't know why you want to discard. The maximum amount of cards that you can hold is 9, if I remember. Yeah. There we go. So, I guess the last thing to do is just take a look through all these cards. Yeah. And the thing is that it's alphabetical, and it's pretty much the same thing that we're seeing here. Oh yeah, I guess that's what I do want to talk about, is that there are a lot more cards that are in the game. And how it works is that there are cards that are exclusive to certain NPCs, like the bosses. And what's so interesting is that they also get a bit of artwork as well. Well, you know, this is one of them. I think this, spoilers, this happens to be one of the last bosses. And, well, you know, she gets that little artwork. And there tend to not really be... Well, I don't know. That looks like a really good artwork. It's a shame that we can't just look closer to that. Oops. Yeah. It's interesting. But otherwise, we usually just get, you know, just this blank one right here. Now, here's the thing. In terms of game data, you know, I'm gonna just recommend going to the website called Schnathak private server. Now, I'm not, you know, suggesting to play there. No, I'm suggesting for you to take a look at their episode 3 category, which is just happens to be in their front website, where you can view, because they actually have a database of all this stuff, and you can actually take a look at the cards you cannot get at all, and you're able to see those artworks as well. Especially the ones that the bosses, that are exclusive to the bosses. That does not make it, anyway, like, worth it to get your hands on. Hey, look at this. Assassin Plus, I don't even know who that is. Yeah. Look at that. It's a lot to go through, anyway. So I already went for the ones that, you know, you can just get your hand... Bear's Cane! Look at that! Sorry. There's one more thing I do want to talk about, and is that for the fact that it is very boring to play this game offline all the time, that you kind of do want to spice things up, but there's just no other ways other than to download quests. And I kind of wish there would be more offline downloadable quests, because that means the person who's creating the quests could really give them the most difficult cards out there. And not to mention that I've already shown you through here that there are, like, what, So 12 plus 12, so it's like, what, 24 characters? I'm assuming it's 24. But, yeah, apparently there are more than these characters. But apparently there's no way for you to access to them. But if the person who are creating those custom quests could actually just throw in any of those, just, yeah, because they also get their own unique abilities as well. So that makes it a lot more exciting to do. But then again, this game can get a bit boring. Speaking of private servers, there's an issue with the private server. Most of the game is coded to the server side, making it very, very difficult to replicate the same experience that you would get from the official servers. I guess they were aware that private servers are becoming a thing, so they made it very difficult for anyone who wants to play this game online. Basically, the only good thing to do is just play it offline if you want a true and fair experience. Because online, if I remember, is so broken to the point of where I could just pretty much destroy everyone, you know, unintentionally or intentionally, and that's just not good, you know. Either way, I think that pretty much concludes it. I really should just stop talking. I think I'm at like the hour and the 15-minute mark or some rubbish, so thank you for watching, I guess. I know. I have a lot to say about this. I've been wanting to make this kind of video for a very, very, very long time. So basically, if you want to see more of the artworks for this game, because I'm an artist and I appreciate this kind of stuff that I see, you know, even fan artists would enjoy this too, you know, they would just see it as more of a reference. You know, if you have a hard time drawing a particular weapon for this game, well, hey, you know, there you go, you should get this specific game. But yeah, but basically just find many websites out there that already has everything archived, I guess, you know, even PSO World, you know, PSO-world.com. I don't like that website much, but hey, that's one of the websites you can go to. You can go to Schnathek to check out their front page where they have the database, and you can also try to get your hands on the art book for the unused art for this game, you know. But that's it. That's all I can recommend. Yeah, that's it. I have nothing better to say or nothing to add other than thank you for watching. Yeah.